welcome back to my channel for another new Create a Sim. So today with this Create a Sim, going along the lines of how I previously did one for Jack Skellington and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, I wanted to have a go at trying to make a more like humanoid Oogie Boogie. And this one, I have to say, was the most challenging out of all three of those characters. Jack Skellington and Sally were so much easier compared to this because Oogie Boogie essentially is just like a giant sewn up ghost. And so obviously he doesn't even have a human face to begin with. And so I tried to make his eyes a bit more angled, kind of like how they are on his like in the original character when you kind of look at his eye shape. And then I tried to keep with like that burlap color in a sense because it's like he's made out of like literally like a potato sack in the movie, and that's just like sewn up together. And so I tried to go with a skin tone that I felt was best suited. At first I kind of looked at like the green because I've seen versions of him that are bright green, but I wanted to go with what I typically saw in the movie the majority of the time, and that was this color. So I did that, and then I tried to add some stitching. I wish that along with the vampire pack that they also added stitching on the body, like on the arms or the legs or across the back or stomach. Like I feel like that would have been a great addition. So EA, if you're listening, we need to get some of that added because, that would make a huge difference. Like if I could have added stitching all the way down his sides and like his arms and legs, like, oh my gosh, it could have really changed his whole aesthetic. And so finding outfits for him was actually pretty difficult because I mean he's pretty much naked in the movie, like he's not wearing any clothes. And so I wanted to keep with the greens because that is kind of his color in a sense. And he's a pretty big dude. And so when it came to his persona, if you do notice, his aspiration is the one of like mischievous and evil. He wants to be like a known evil sim, and his personality traits are evil, mean, and self absorbed because it's kind of how Oogie Boogie really is. I mean, he wants everything for himself. And so the persona that I put with him too is that he likes things that are big and grandeur. Like he is all about that. And so when it came to picking his clothes, I was trying to look at something like this for his just everyday, but then I was like, you know what? This seems a bit too on the chill, casual side for Oogie Boogie. Like I feel like Oogie Boogie honestly would probably be pretty extra, if you know what I mean. So instead of sticking with that, also, side note, I did decide to mess with his nose a little bit because I was like, well, maybe. And like, I was trying to remember his face, and then I was like, nah, he doesn't have a big long nose or anything. So I just put it back. It's pretty much doesn't even have a nose, it's just really small. And I made his face a little bit more boxy, trying to make it more angled and tried to give him that big smile as much as it'll allow me to with just the standard controls that we have here in Create a Sim. But yeah, and also he doesn't have hair. I kind of messed with it just a bit to see if maybe it would be a good idea, but it looked ridiculous, and I was like, nah, I just can't add hair. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna look right. And so I just decided to kind of keep with where I was at. So yes, when it comes to formal wear, guys, he is going to dress to the nines. And so I decided to go with this suit, but you will see later that I do actually switch this suit to be his everyday because I was like in his everyday life, Oogie Boogie's gonna want to be like looking like he is it. Like he wants everybody to recognize him and know his name. Like he is not ashamed of who he is at all. So I decided to make that his actual everyday outfit because it really spoke to me for his character. And then, I tried to just go with typical like green colors and things like that for just his athletic and, the rest of his type of wear, summer and pajamas. I wanted to make his pajamas like super extra where he would literally just be wearing like a towel and shoes. Like I feel like he just wouldn't care. Like no F's given. Like he's just gonna do what he wants. And so yeah, it made me laugh. I tried to just have fun with it and just do things that I just don't do at all. So yeah, guys, this was such a fun Create a Sim. I hope you guys enjoy him. I have uploaded him to my gallery under Potatoes, but once again, guys, for some reason it said that there was custom content. I've got to figure out why it keeps doing that to me whenever I do this, but there is no custom content on this character, so feel free to download him, and I hope that you can have fun with them. You know, I haven't decided if I'm going to try to build his manor yet or not, but maybe I'll add that to my to-do list. I don't know. We'll see if I get around to it. I might have to wait till next Halloween, but you know, and especially since it's not Halloween anymore and your girl's a little bit late, but you know, that's just how things work. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks so much for joining me. I will see you next time.
To the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next song.